How you doing? My name is Sensei Roger, and today I'm going to show you some basic karate drills. And these drills have been known as to be useless. A lot of times some people discredit this stuff, and I can see why sometimes they can say that. Here, so I'm going to start with the horse stance and start with the punching. So any drill from the horse stance like this going forward with punching or blocks, that's where a lot of people say, you'll never fight from there. Of course you're not going to sit there and drop in the horse stance. You know, the horse stance is nice for one reason. It's building the strength to your legs, and we do use horse stance in a lot of different movements. Not just to come in here and fight and drop down. Sometimes if someone gets you in a bear hug, you drop in the horse stance, a good one, it's hard for them to hold you up. Boom. Hit the arms, get around. Trip them with that horse stance, you're getting a good horse, knock them over that leg. So we use the horse stance and tripping points and things like that. And when we do our drills of punching forward like this, it makes sense. Okay, so now, sometimes mix it up a little bit. Instead of just doing a horse stance and the punching forward, with your hands up in here, coming out like this, come in more neutral stance. Start working here. Because our hips are going to be forward when we throw our punches. We're not going to be like this, throwing punches this way. We're going to turn with that, aren't we? And then punch, boom. So that's why I say that's not useless, but a lot of people think it is. Alright, so now you get used to having the punches go in front of you. So I'm going to do a couple things off of that. Just the punching. We could go blocking, all that good stuff with this. But I'm going to just go with simple punching right now. And we're going to go into this drill here. Alright, so we're in the horse stance with the punching here. Alright, now we're going to walk forward with it with one foot. Idea of this is to keep punching. Don't stop punching. So we're going to be up here like this, getting a good horse. Now what you do is move the foot forward and keep punching. Move the foot back. If you get in a good horse stance, it's hard to not want to come up. So here's a cool thing here. If we're going like this, knees bent, now you can move your foot in and go. Move it back. Try to stay the same height zone. Move forward with the other leg. Move back. Move backwards with one leg. Back to the horse. Backwards with the other leg. Back to the horse. And just simple playing around with that. Just have fun with this. You'll get used to leg movement, strengthening the legs. If you stay your knees bent, that works great. Alright, so now here's another way of doing this without being in a horse stance. Just have yourself kind of mid bent knees, you know, not like way out here like this, but you don't want to be holding straight leg. Bend your knees a little bit here. Just start the punching. Now walk forward. Back. Backwards. Back. Forward. Forward into the horse. Semi-horse, that is. Alright, back. So you can just keep playing with the legs and moving. It's building timing and different things. Now, how's that going to help us with fighting? Let's do this. Let me show you something. If I'm already in a fight stance, if I'm doing one of my side stances where they're doing point fighting sometimes, but I don't even like to fight that way. A lot of times I'll be here playing around, moving around, because there's less of me to hit. But when it comes down to street fighting, I don't like to fight that way, because the fact is you lose a lot of power, or if someone comes up on you, you can get ran over. If you're not like moving right, you can get ran over. Alright, so from the fight stance here, you're kind of mid-range, you're turned a little bit. Turn the hip, then you throw your reverse punch. If you try to turn and throw the reverse punch at the same time, you're probably going to hit somebody as they're moving in at you, and you're going to lose balance and you're going to have a weak punch. I've had that happen many times, unless you catch it at the right timing when you turn and that punch follows. If you go at the same time and you don't have that right, it's going to get you pushed back like this. You're not going to be lined up properly. Those shoulders, you want to have them forward, the hips forward. Hey, that goes back to this, doesn't it? Now look. Okay, so now if I'm standing here, oh, I don't have to step back, then come back with a turn. I've seen a lot of people do that. I'm sure I've done that many times myself. it doesn't work as well. This is quicker to just step and punch forward. Step, punch forward. So that's where a lot of those drills come in when you're walking with it also. So that's what we're going to go into next. But just practice, fight stance, shift yourself in position, punch. You can take it slow. Get used to that timing. And then it's going to work really well for you if you practice this with someone coming at you. Boom. And here's the cool thing about this. If you sit there and try to punch and turn at the same time, it's harder for you to adjust. So now if I start to turn, just before right here, now I see that they adjusted to where I was going. Maybe they blocked their stomach, or they're going to hit me. Now I can turn this into a smother block. I can turn in here, whatever I need to do, I can adjust. And now if I turn here and they came really close at me, a reverse punch isn't going to work that well. Maybe I could do a square punch or an uppercut at that point, because now look, I can turn it, and now that's a better shot for up close than a reverse punch is. And I don't ever do my reverse punches like that when I'm fighting. I don't go, I don't know why we do that. We just do that for katas and some drills. But I think it's just more or less trying to see the isolation and getting this other hand ready to go. That's pretty much the main reason why you're ready to go. So that's going to go in our next drill. We're in the fighting stance. You know, this is where a lot of times you see guys do this one. Right? They'll come in and go, hey! Kick! 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 And that's how you see them do it. A lot of people are much more powerful with that than I am. That's not my preference to do that and stick it and stop. Sometimes I see a benefit to it. Strengthening is hard too when you strengthen those hands coming out. You know, but there's a lot of people say it's useless. But is it? Let's change the way we do that. Let's check this out. So instead of going here first, right, I'm gonna step with it. There's that punch. See, my hands are down here right now. I got my hands up, fighting stance. Here we go. I step, instead of stepping straight forward, I'm on an angle. There's a punch to the body. Here comes stepping into the opponent. There's a punch to the head. And then this one, you could go head or body. What's open? That's what you're going to go to. You can go head, body, whatever's open. I can come up here to the head, to the body, to the head. Change it around. So this is something that's been named California Blitz. I didn't name it, but this is something I've seen in the point fighting circuit. You also see it with the back fist. Reverse punch, punch. So let's go with that a little quicker now. Loosen up the legs a little bit. You have here, you're going to step with the punch. See how quick you can get in there, so you can move around. You can move your head, you can get your hands ready. I mean, you can do all kinds of stuff with this. So there's a couple of little drills that we got there. So hopefully it helped you think about it. And if you're training this stuff, be careful because I'm not there to watch you. Just take it slow and just be safe. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Come on, subscribe. You know what to do. You know what to do. You know, share it, all that good stuff everyone always says. So please, come on. If you support us, come on, share this out and get it out there. And God bless.